Premiering on TV Ontario in 1981 and running through 1987, today's special was a Canadian children's program that quietly carved out its own mythology inside of a fictional retail space. It later aired in the United States on Nickelodeon and PBS, unassuming, low budget, and mostly forgotten. But if you watched it, you remember, not the plots, but the feeling. The show's premise is after the store closes, a mannequin named Jeff comes to life when his enchanted hat is placed on his head. And, importantly, the words Hocus Pocus Alamagocus are spoken. Jeff's supporting cast are Jody, the display designer, Sam, the show's night security guard, Muffy, a mouse who lived in the walls and spoke in rhymes, and TXL Series 4, the talking computer system. It was a simple framework, but the tone was quite unusual. Deliberate pacing, long takes, minimal cuts, theatrical blocking, dim, controlled lighting. No laugh track, no sugar high, no fear of silence. It didn't talk down to children. It invited them into a space most adult shows wouldn't trust them with. One of quiet magic. La, 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 la. I'm so glad I got to know.
When I wander through the woodland where the honeysuckle grows, and I smell the scent of pine trees,
I'm so glad I got to know. I see a field of flowers, or I touch a single rose. When I sniff a bunch of flowers, I'm so glad I've got a nose. I'm so glad I've got a nose.
Most children's shows take place in homes, schools, or brightly colored fantasy worlds. But today's special took place in a closed department store, a mundane, fictional space repurposed as a dream theater. That choice wasn't aesthetic filler, it was structural. The store had to be closed. The characters only came alive after hours. Magic didn't break the rules, it relied on them, and Jeff's existence depended on specific conditions. Number 1, the spell had to be spoken. Number 2, the hat had to be worn. Number 3, he had to remain indoors. And number 4, he couldn't be awake during the day. This wasn't whimsical magic, it was ritual. Every night was a repeat of the same sequence, like booting up an old machine that still worked, but only under strict parameters. It created a kind of sacred loop, like a stage play that only ran while the world slept. Each episode focused on a theme: hats, family, sleep, jobs, music, and sometimes deeper, such as Phil's Visit, which gently addressed alcoholism, Butterflies explored loss and grief, Wishes deconstructed escapism and identity. But these ideas weren't framed with moral panic or melodrama. There were no reaction shots, no forced resolutions. The show trusted kids to feel their way through it. And even the songs had more in common with theatrical musicals than children's jingles. They were built to linger, not hype. What makes today's special stick isn't just nostalgia, it's liminality. You remember the lighting, the way voices echoed in the empty store, the way TXL's screen flickered.
This is my room. And see, I painted the floor all by myself. And then the store gave me that lamp. And those are my posters. And, well, all in all, I think it's pretty super.
Well, your store's machine is super, too. But tell me, Sam, what does it do?
What, this machine? Oh, this is a computer. And tell me something, Muffy. Why do you always talk in rhyme?
Oh, alas, alas, I was born to rhyme, and so must do till the end of time.
Oh. Yeah, well, I always thought that was kind of peculiar. But then there's a lot of peculiar things, like, I don't know if this machine's even on or not.
Unit on and functioning. Do not hit. I am delicate.
Well, I'm sorry, machine. Now look at that. Here I am, apologizing to a computer. First it's a mouse who talks in rhyme, and then a computer, not to mention the mannequin upstairs with the magic hat running around, and I don't know. Life was a lot simpler when I was a boy. Just look at all those buttons and gizmos. Newfangled gadgets. Never thought I'd see the day when Sam Crenshaw would be talking with a machine.
I am not a machine. I'm a TXL Series 4 computer. I'm programmed to survey the store with remote cameras and to supply any and all information required. Example, 3,267 hats available in the store.
Big deal, the machine counts hats.
Plus one ridiculous-looking ski cap. Chuckle, chuckle.
Very funny, computer. Now would you please punch up the second floor? I'd like to check on Jody.
The slow pan of mannequins watching silently. It didn't just represent childhood, it captured that feeling of walking through an empty mall and knowing you're somewhere you're not supposed to be, but being welcomed anyway. This is what analog, core, and VHS horror projects chase now, the aesthetic of almost home, but not quite. Today's special didn't try to be unsettling. It simply didn't edit out the quiet. Jeff was a stand-in for a specific kind of soul, someone full of life, full of ideas, full of joy, but only when the right conditions are met, only when someone speaks the words, only when the hat is placed. He could dance, sing, learn, explore, but not without help. The hat wasn't just magic, it was permission, and maybe that's the truth beneath it all. We all have a version of that hat, something that lets us wake up, someone who makes us feel seen, a ritual, a phrase, a person, and without it we freeze. We wait, we go still. Today's special wasn't trying to be profound, it just told stories night after night in a quiet store with a quiet cast and trusted that someone would be listening. And decades later, we still are.
Every night when you say those magic words, hocus pocus salamagokus, I come alive.